First up to the mat in this the matchup representing combat athletics. Please help me welcome back Renee Kiernan. Representing Greensboro, Jitsu. Please help me welcome back Greco.
Renee, coming out of combat athletics, is 1-2 on Toro Cup, winner of the $500 bonus at the last Toro Cup.
Shelton Sells student, but trains a ton at Charlotte Jiu-Jitsu Academy. I think every time I've dropped into Charlotte Jiu-Jitsu Academy in the last 6 months, Renee has been there. Like every weekend she's there. So trains wherever the good training is, and we see her attacking the guard here. Looks like she's switching off to K-guard. Really nice early. I was going to mention the fact that last weekend Renee went 5-0 in her division at that combat jiu-jitsu tournament. I can't remember what the name of it is. Combat Conquest. Foot sweep there off the single leg attack.
She gets the takedown to the pass.
Man, she's all action now.
Settling into side control. She's got that far arm and the cross face and moving in the mount.
Yeah, Renee Kiernan 1-2 at Toro Cup, but the last few months she has had a ton of competition, momentum, wins, experience, super fights. She's one of the most active female competitors in this area, and Grecco is an MMA fighter, obviously has done a ton of grappling in her own right. This is, make no mistake, this is one of the highest level female matchups of the day.
And Gracie just did a good job getting out of that position. Coming up on top, she's got the heel. And
that's a good bite for Renee. Let's see if she can finish here.
Steps over and gets that foot free.
Yeah, Gracie does a good job getting her knee back onto the mat and putting that weight down. A lot of inverting and a lot of leg fishing for Kiernan. I know she's been training a lot with Joshua James, who's got great leg attacks.
She went to the K-guard into that knee, comes up to the top.
She's been playing a lot of K-guard in this match.
She gets to what we call the gargoyle position.
Oh, that is, yeah, that's a good term for it. I've always heard it called like Vinny control, I guess.
Yeah, if we are sitting right on the hip, hugging that leg, ready to attack a knee bar.
Yeah, we see her trying to circle it out so she can extend, but Gracie's doing a great job of hooking that foot, keeping it protected with like an almost triangle, but not quite, just kind of hooking her own foot.
Starting to come up.
Yep, now we see Renee's going to go over. It looks like she's setting up this toe hold here. Oh, she's going to switch off. Yeah, switching off. There it is. She's going to roll through on this toe hold, and we already see Gracie look like she was getting ready to tap.
You're good, Gracie.
Staying alive. She's rolling with the toe hold.
Yeah, Renee didn't quite get her body weight over the toe in time before the roll. I think that's why, but now we see her switching off to a heel hook. She's got both legs controlled here in this saddle.
There you go.
Gracie's going to try to attack her own heel hook, but I think she's so... Yep, she's in deep here.
Being in deep, it's tough to decide. Do you go full in on the escape? Do you counterattack? It's a delicate situation.
I like what Gracie did right there. She felt the sprawl and the overhook on the thigh of Kiernan and was like, I'm just going to go through the path of least resistance straight to the back.
But she's still in danger if she can come up and get that knee to the mat.
Yeah, even when, like, that's the thing. When you're in top position against a good leg locker, if you know your opponent's like fishing for leg locks, you can't be secure. You can't be comfortable or safe until you're completely out. And now Renee Kiernan is attacking this heel hook again, but doesn't quite have the pinch on the knees, but look like she's readjusting well. Gracie's trying to fight her way out of it with offense instead of defense here. It looks like.
She's if Renee can get a better bite.
Her coach is saying
coming up.
Pass, yep. Shelton Sells says you do not have a heel hook, get up and pass. Renee instantly comes to her knees.
6 minutes to go, we're approaching points in about a minute.
Ooh, hip bump sweep. One of the first things you'll learn in a jiu-jitsu class, but If it works, it works.
One of the most
The
important.
basics, yeah, exactly. The basics are the basics for a reason. And Gracie Greco is someone who has not just jiu-jitsu experience, but like we said, MMA. And I think the hip bump sweeps, as good as it is in jiu-jitsu, it's even better in MMA. So you always got to watch out for that with a strong wrestler or a strong MMA fighter.
Now, Gracie can use this position points-wise to take the back and score 4, but she can definitely attack in the next 35 minutes, looking for that sub.
Bridge from Kiernan, and now she's flat in the mount of Greco. Greco's doing a great job of keeping her weight kind of distributed in a way that Renee's always carrying her. Every action that Renee takes is going to be very taxing, and now we see that chair sit, back take sort of. She doesn't quite get spine to spine.
She has that hooks in those, so she won't get points unless she removes a hook and reinserts it. But she is going on this neck. We are on points. With Gracie Greco on Renee Kiernan's back.
Yeah, she put the hook in early, just trying to finish as soon as she could, not thinking about the game too much. She will need to advance to a new position to get points here. Looks like she's going to
trying to head them out.
Half guard for Renee. She manages to recover that. Now she's going to probably try to turn back in or invert under again, but it looks like that gift wrap is going to prevent that.
With that gift wrap to a knee cut, it's just very powerful.
Yeah, it's what you have to do against somebody who's like inverting, leg locking, spinning all the time. You just like, it's very good straight jacket style control. Another chair sit back take. This one's much better. This one's much better for Greco.
And Renee staying alive, staying squirmy.
Yeah, manages to give up, manages to get some points there, does Gracie Greco. 4 on the board for her. And it looks like she's going to get to mount here too. Renee's doing a good job. She's managed to fight that shin. She's managed to fight that all day, but she loses it right there, and now she's in a position where she's being attacked by a head and arm. Big bridge. She's on her side now. She has a much better shot at recovering her guard.
Now that she's gotten that gift wrap back, she's got 3 minutes to hopefully get out of this tough situation. Gracie in control, been in control for the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you never want to extend your arms, obviously. You don't want to give up an arm bar. But if your arms are too tight, if they're too close, the gift wrap's always going to be there, especially if you're on your side. Once you're on your side, you start extending your frames out. Gracie up 8 for the mount and the back here in points at Toro Cup 30.
Using that gift wrap again to sneak her left knee up behind the neck of Renee. She may be in on another back take here or just settle into this dominant position.
Yeah, there's so many. I think a lot of people just see this as a position you can get the back from, which Gracie looks like that's her game. But there's so many attacks from that gift wrap. So much variety in the game there. I agree with Shelton Sells. Coach Shelton Sells says we got to move, we got to go. And that body triangle now for Gracie Greco, her back control in this match has made the difference as the match has gone on.
Yep, and the ability to move from mount to back.
Yes.
Secured those points. 2 minutes to go.
They're mount and back, they have to be fluid. There has to be a fluid relationship for the attacker. Wouldn't you agree? It's just 2 sides of the same coin. If you want to get one, you have to be able to keep the other.
Yeah, it would be great if our training partners just allowed us to stay at 1. Be ready to move.
And there's Gracie Greco going over to the mount again, and we see one last bridge and inversion. It's going to get
Renee got the arm out. Can she pop that second arm through?
It's going to get her into a little bit of trouble temporarily, but it does look like she's going to be out. She's trying to rotate over, but Gracie rotates on top, knee cuts over, and comes back to the mount in the high mount now with the arm pretty much beat by the legs.
Renee not giving up, getting out to the side again. That arm could be in trouble.
She's super tough, but it looks like Gracie Greco will have the last word here unless Renee can get some kind of hitchhiker reversal. Using the leg there, a little tough because sometimes this happens and you end up losing that arm. Yep. Oh, Oh, barely hanging on. She looks like she's hanging on one thumb.
Trying to get those legs back in. That arm is fully
Gracie
extended.
Greco via armbar late in the game in one of the best matches of the day so far. Renee Kiernan, Gracie Greco almost go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen,